Hello and welcome to another video from ParaPlaysVR, and in this video we're going to be looking at the HTC Vive. Yeah, I finally got my grubby little mitts on it. They have it down at PCWorld down in Leeds, and they have a special booth down there where we get to have 15 minutes of VR goodness. And in this video I'm going to go through everything, the good, the bad and the ugly of my experiences down there, and you're going to see some footage of me walking into PCWorld with one of my friends who wanted to try it as well. And so let's jump in head first, as it were, straight into the demo for the HTC Vive. So as you can see on screen, basically this guy's gone through the basic, a little bit of a demonstration of, you know, these are the hand controllers, this is the button to bring up the Steam menu, this is the headset, you know, the usual stuff. And so now he's putting the headset and telling me that I need to tighten the straps, etc. Now, I am going to be honest here, as I always am in my videos. I was a little bit shocked when I first put the headset on. The resolution is not as good as I thought it was going to be. Now, I'm used to playing top end. I've got a 980 Ti and I play on a 1440p monitor at 2K. So I'm used to beautiful, crisp, sharp goodness when it comes to my gaming. And initially when I put the headset on, I thought, Jesus, this is... As somebody mentioned already earlier, it is like going to a PS2 game, and it took a little bit of getting used to. And yes, you can see the pixels, and yes, there is screen door effect, and it is quite bad. I actually thought, God, this is not good at first. And a problem I seem to have is I couldn't get it in focus. Everything looked out of focus, and he said, oh, tighten the headset, tighten it, it'll get sharper. And while it did a little bit, everything looked out of focus. It's not like these videos you see on YouTube where everything's sharp and in VR. And on the computer screen, beautifully sharp. But actually in the headset it was all blurry. Now that could be two things. It could either be it wasn't configured right because one eye seemed to be more out of focus than the other. Or it could be that there's dirt or smudges on the lens. I don't know. But anyway, so at this point he's talking me through the actual chaperone system, and do you know what, it's perfect. As you can see, I'm actually just walking around here looking at it, looking at the floor, looking at the ceiling, and it comes into view perfectly when you walk up to the boundaries of your room. Really, it does work brilliantly. And another thing that I couldn't get over was how perfectly one-to-one those controllers are. I mean, they are perfect. There is absolutely no lag. It's until you actually try it, it is crazy. Because I know when I actually put the headset on, he said, I'm going to pass you the controllers. He didn't need to tell me or show me. I physically, in the real world, just went and picked them up because they were there. The depth perception between him holding it and offering it to me was absolutely spot on, guys. I can't emphasize how good the controllers are on the one-to-one.
That's right, yeah.
So the first game that we got to play was Job Simulator, and you know what? This is a hell of a lot of fun. He's telling me controls such as, you know, you can pick things up with this. There is a job to do, eat the donuts, etc. But it's one of those where I was kind of not really listening and just enjoying what was actually going on in screen. And while again the graphics are not high res and there is screen door and there is a little bit of looking through swimming goggles or a diving mask, you do, as other people have said, you do forget about that once you're actually in game. You just concentrate on everything. And this game I don't think would be the same on the Oculus sitting there. The fact that I can physically move around was amazing. I actually forget sometimes that you're in VR. And the first thing that struck me about this game was the hands. As you can see, I'm looking at the hands here because I actually felt like they were my hands. I know there's no body attached here, but again, I'm going to keep piping on about this one-to-one. Absolutely perfect hand movement, and something that me and my friend after, you'll see some footage in a minute of him playing some of these games, and I'll actually film a little bit closer to the screen for you, is the depth perception is absolutely brilliant. Like when I'm reaching out to pick the phone up there, There was never any doubt that my controller would go through the floor or how far I would need to reach out. You just reach out and pick it up. It is incredible in that matter. As you can see now, I was waving my hands around. I was trying to see whether I could out-lag the laser system. And you can't. It's that good. It doesn't matter where you turn, what angle you are at, we're in that room. Your hands were there, perfectly matched. And even things like that, as you can see in a minute, when the computer system tells me to turn around, this filing cabinet comes at me and you have to sack a couple of employees. And if you notice on the video, I actually step back. It's the most natural thing in the world to go, ugh! And you want to step back because you think it's going to hit you, and in reality, of course, we know there's absolutely nothing there. As you can see, I'm actually just testing where the chaperone system is there, and eventually, towards the end of this, you do really get used to it. Just being able to walk around is just, well, it's a game changer. As you can see this now, guys, there, when it moves forward towards me, you see, I actually step back. I actually thought it was going to bump into me. It's absolutely crazy.
Cabinet, there's some employee records.
So now we're going to move on to the second demo. And I know when this demo actually finished and the room went white, it actually made me jump. And I did notice a little bit of lag when I put my hands up towards the side of the headset. That was the only time I noticed it. Before I jump into this, it may not pick the audio up. I actually went, wow, when I came in, because you've gone from an office to literally being transported to this place on a planet. And here he's just describing how you select the weapons. And I remember looking behind me and thinking, I'm in another place. Again, until you've tried it, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, and it sounds ridiculous. And I remember the first thing, again, that hit me after that was, this pistol is in my bloody hand. It's in my hand. And the first time I brought this shield back, I was gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked.
And the weapon.
That is mental. That is
Crazy, right?
Oh, Butcher, you wait. You're not going to fucking believe this.
So, just look to your right. The map that's on the floor, that's a 3D map. So the droids will come up from in front of you, and you'll be able to trace them on the map. So when you're ready, just shoot ready to rock in the top right-hand corner, and good luck.
Sorry about the language there. I was literally blown away. That shield, it actually feels like you've got a shield in your hands, and because the way that you grip the controller, you're going to hear me say this a lot throughout this video. This is a game changer. Even the way with the shield, after this first 5-10 seconds, you'll notice I turn the shield horizontal because I get a better view over the top. And it may not come out as a comment on this video, but at one point I actually closed one eye to look down the sight of the pistol. Now that is immersion. And out of all the demos, this one really was my favourite one. Even though, to tell anybody else what you do, you stand still, well, you kind of stand still. You have one shield and one pistol and you shoot these little flying orbs. It sounds absolutely garbage, but this was amazing. The way it exploded and the way that things hit the shield, it felt like it was physically there right in front of me. And as I said after this demo, this can only be, if you imagine attaching your controller to some dumbbells and being transported into an aerobics class with some hot chicks in hot pants. They'll get carried away. You can imagine that, you know, the potential for this is going to be amazing. At some point I actually brought out 2 shields by accident, just intuitively putting your hand over your shoulder. This really was fantastic, and even my friend Steve thought that this was the best out of the bunch. I mean, you could do so many things with this. New weapons, bombs, RPGs, lightsabers. It could be anything, and for such a simple game, this was absolutely brilliant. I really, really did enjoy this one.
Why am I closing one eye to aim down the pistol?
Well, the fact that this virtual reality means that I literally just look over to the left and see an enemy firing at me, and intuitively I hold my left arm up with the shield while I'm looking to the right and firing at something else. Never has a game been able to do this before. This is not possible on a monitor, it's not possible with a controller, it's not even possible with TrackIR. There's no way to describe this, because you really do forget where you are and you get that immersed in the game. And as you notice, I mean, just look where my arms, they're all over, and you're looking around and it's just it's crazy.
Oh my god.
So here we are, moving on to the last demo, which is Tilt Brush, and as you can see, I'm trying to trick the actual lasers here to see whether I can get them to lag out or whether I can actually break the system. And again, you can see I'm just looking at them with detail, trying to... It's just crazy, because as soon as we came into this, 1 minute I had a shield in one hand, and now I've got... It looks like a small controller, even though it doesn't look anything like the hands or the weapon. It actually feels like it's there right in front of your hands, and you can even bring it up to your face and look at the detail and the textures on the handset. So I mean, just look at me walking around like an idiot. And I thought, you know what? I just painted that first little bit and I was just looking at it from different angles, and it seemed a little bit out of focus to me, did this. That was the only disappointment. I really hope that this was just a bad setup, or a lot of people are going to be quite disappointed in this. And here he's just explaining that you can flick the environments, and when the Earth one came on, there was a globe in the centre of the room that actually made me jump.
So I'll give you a minute or so on this one. Just do what you like.
Oh! Where did that come from?
Yes, it made me jump. It was there right in front of me, and I decided I was going to try and make a Yoshi, but the amount of time and messing around, I didn't really get it. But this opens up, for me, an aspect where, as a creative person, this tech, I think, potentially could change a lot of my industry, certainly. Because things like the Natural History Museum are laser scanning rooms, and they're going to be using photogrammetry to create exhibitions, so I can walk around and look at the exhibitions in my own time without having to rush or get tired feet. The learning side of it, the aspect of documentaries and wildlife programs, is going to be incredible with VR. A lot of people may think that VR is going to be like 3D, it's going to be a fad. I can tell you now, as a gamer who's been around, as a hardcore gamer since 1980, the ZX80, this is what we have been dreaming of, guys, since we were little. The opportunity to be Lawnmower Man, to be in the game and experience something that we've never experienced before in any aspect of our gaming. And if this can bring experiences such as Euro Truck and Farming Sim and being a combat pilot or on the tower of a castle, it's just really is a game changer.
Yeah, keep all that, no problem. Obviously, it's been 39, I guess you'll have to do the thing with
Controllers?
all that stuff.
I'll let you take the headset off.
1155 socket at the moment.
Yeah. I think you're going to jump up to Skylight, or...
That's the game.
I don't know, because
Yeah, that is the game.
That's
basically
switch.
That's everyone's favourite. Again,
I
just
still
in that.
don't know.
So let me sum this up now, because you're all going to really want to know what I actually think about this. It really, really is a game changer. This is not a gimmick. This is not some fad that I think will disappear. Once you've tried it, it's an experience unlike anything else that me or you have ever had before. And yes, this is early days of the tech. There is screen door issue, I'm not going to lie to you. There is the slight shock of the resolution when you first put this on, because please do not go by the videos as I did on YouTube, direct feeds. It does not look anything like that at all. Nothing like that. So all these dinosaur demos and things I've got on my channel now that look stunning, at the demos I tried, imagine going from 2K to, I don't want to say PlayStation graphics, but almost well under 1080p. And there is the FOV issue. It does feel like you've got a diving mask on, but initially, once I first got into that first game, that disappeared. It really did disappear. And my only other main fear is this focusing issue. It was slightly out of focus, it wasn't sharp. I can imagine if it was really sharp, the resolution issues and the other things would just completely disappear, and you would be totally immersed in this world. So was it worth me pre-ordering and paying £600-700 or whatever for the Vive? You damn right it is. Oh my god. I would gladly pay £800-900 for this experience, because it's something that we've wanted from being children, something that no other platform in gaming has given us or is likely to give us for VR. So VR really is the game changer, and you're going to hear me say that again and again and again. And I really can't suggest enough that you get yourself down to PCWorld or Overclockers or somewhere like that and try this for yourself. And just let me know what you think. Give me some comments in the box below. Let me know I'm not the only crazy one out there who just cannot wait to lose himself in virtual reality. Take the headset off and go, do you know what? Real life is a load of bollocks. I want to jump back in there. I want to be a combat pilot, or I want to do this or this or this, or even be creative and create learning tools and things like that. But so far, so that's my overall impressions of the HTC Vive. A real seesaw of emotions, of absolutely amazement to a little bit of disappointment, to be honest with you. But it's early tech. The resolution will come, the FOV will increase, the games will change, and everything changes from here on. I hope you've enjoyed this review at PCWorld down at Leeds. Get your ass down there and let me know how you get on with it, because so far I can't bloody wait to get my hands on it again. One thing I wanted to mention as well was I actually got my first pre-order in when it first came out, and I asked about delivery dates, and he said they've actually been slightly delayed, unfortunately. He reckons it's going to be at least the 14th onwards of April, so which is a bit of a bummer, as we thought it was going to be early. Don't know, no reasons on why that is, but just giving you the heads up, it's not going to be till at least mid-April before we get our grubby mitts on it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been ParaPlaysVR, and this has been a quick demo of the HTC Vive down in Leeds. Subscribe and thumbs up. This is a new channel I'm doing. I'm trying to get more and more subscribers and do more videos, and I'm going to be reviewing lots and lots of HTC goodies and the other ones if I ever get my mitts on it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.